Bills secretly film more guys playing for the other team than Diddy.
That's your boy, Kev. Tom said that the reason he loves football is because it allows him to be his most true, authentic version of himself, hiding behind a mask, throwing things at black people. I'm kidding. He never threw to the black guys. Gronkowski, Edelman, Welker. That's not a receiving corps. That's a law firm. And with that divorce coming up, you're going to fucking need him. Oh, that's why Dana's here. So you can learn how to fuck a Brazilian out of half their purse. I know Bill Belichick.
Hey, again, shout out to Andrew Schultz. And that's why, again, like, I'm not one of them people. I'm not here with all the culture vulture talk, because Andrew Schultz has definitely built his career and built his stock market and his popularity up off of Charlemagne, and then the help of Joe Rogan, and took him to the next level. But Andrew Schultz has always been this funny ever since I've been listening to the Brilliant Idiots, and I've probably been listening to him for like at least the last 7 or 8 years, dog. I swear to God, Andrew Schultz is hilarious. But this Tom Brady, this roast, and that's one of the reasons why I say the cost of fame, because even watching this, I was kind of like, though, I don't necessarily know if I was Tom Brady or any of them, how much I could take. Because the dude made a joke about, what's the owner to the Patriots?
Kraft.
Yeah, Robert Kraft, and he made like a massage joke. Nigga, Tom Brady was like, he let every other joke fly, but Tom Brady checked this dude. He literally got him and said, "Don't say that shit again." And you can read his lips, and you can see him like he tried to cover. Tom Brady tried to like put his hands over his mouth a little bit, but you can literally read, and still the microphone picked him up like, "Nah, cut that out." And I respect it, because you got to think about it. Some people don't know. I mean, of course, since Tom Brady left, you don't know what the real relationship still is between.
But you're still affiliated with it.
How? What are you affiliated with?
No, I'm just saying, I mean, because like I said, even with Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick, you're still affiliated with them in those times.
Yeah, so but that joke right there don't have nothing to do with me. I wasn't there at the massage parlor with him.
We don't know that. That's why I say I feel like certain things you just feel like, all right, enough is enough. Because like I said, how many jokes they got off about his wife?
Hey, he probably don't care about none of those, but that's why my point of what I'm saying is, you could tell that he still really messed with Mr. Robert Kraft, and he's still
he was getting off jokes about Belichick too, right?
Oh, for sure.
Both of them was right there.
Yeah,
right?
but people didn't know, and the reason why I even know this because I was watching Colin Cowher earlier, and he had Drew Brees on there, and of course, for people who don't know the backstory, Drew Brees. Drew Brees. Tom Brady took Drew Brees' spot. Drew Brees got injured, and Tom Brady came and replaced Drew Brees, and then basically that was it. That became the Patriots dynasty.
It was Doug Fruity or something.
No, it was Drew Brees. Yeah, it was Drew Brees. So he was there. He was the first person to come on there and do the jokes or whatever case may be. But then again, they booed Kim Kardashian. Kevin Hart got in his bag. Kevin Hart, but I think to me, out of the best jokes I heard all night, them Andrew Schultz jokes, he smoked that jump.
That white girl.
Oh, I ain't see her jump.
But
go ahead, real quick. If you know what you're about to think about, go ahead.
No, I was just about to speak on the whole. Just some people, I just feel like certain things you just gotta let it go through the wind. Because Hernandez, I guess fiance or whatever she was to him, she was speaking about, my daughter got to live with all these jokes about you talking about her father, and they looked up to you as a hero, and you let those nasty jokes go about her father.
Oh, okay. I guess I get that, but realistically, I mean, dog, dude, your kids didn't have to hear
it. And he, at the end of the day, he did what he did.
And nigga, they got the head. Was the Andrew Hernandez story that was on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you told me? What's the difference?
But that's what I'm saying. But how some people use the internet to be like, oh, well, that's just tasteful. How can y'all sit here and bring that up? Like, Tom Brady was her hero, and y'all bring it up.
Tom Brady didn't make the jokes; it was the other people. What are you talking about?
But they use just Tom because it's Tom Brady. That's what they bringing it up, and that's why I just feel like some people just take the moment and just
do whatever they want with it. And I guess, I mean, the real question was, and I guess people was even, because I was watching Ocho and Shannon last night. I seen the clip, and Ocho was asking Shannon, do he think he could do it? And he was like, hell nah. And then of course him and Stephen A had the conversation, and Shannon was like, he would love to do Stephen A's roasting. I was just looking at it like, even I'm gonna
tell you the funniest thing, because like, and even when you saying that, like how some people say they can't do it, I was listening to the NBA this morning going to work when Skylar Brennan was talking about it, and they was talking about the jokes that was being said, and like how some of it, like, oh, I don't know if I can stand that. It's just like when you look at both of them are white, and
Mhm.
Scalabrini and what's name, they are white. So even them saying is like some of these jokes is kind of like Tom Brady was really the jokey kind of like we start seeing his personality towards
Yeah, of course. Toward
we
the
didn't
end
see
when he
that, but a
started
lot
playing
of
for
those
Tampa Bay
jokes
for
was
sure.
kind of like, all right, like you touched the line, just like you said with that when they said about the whole massage parlor, because that's what he did. He did say something about he kind of stopped with the whole
No,
massage
he
parlor
got up
thing.
out of his seat
So that's
and
what I'm
said
saying,
something
like,
dude
it's
about
just
the
like
massage thing.
how sensitive are you and can you really be the butt? And like
Listen,
you say, the
that
price
was
of fame.
to be honest, that was the first one that I actually ever watched, and I'm not gonna hold you. There's no way in the world I couldn't do it. It's impossible. There's no way in the world that I could sit here and literally I couldn't do it. It's no way I could do it. It's no way.
Did they show the views?
Huh?
Did they show the views on there?
No, it's on Netflix. So
so it's live, right?
Yeah,
Wasn't it live?
Yeah, but
So
it don't. No, are you saying like is it like an Instagram live or something to show you how many people? No, I don't show.
That's why I was just wondering how many people was actually watching it.
I'm gonna play this one of Kim Kardashian, and we can get into something.
About the appearance from the great Ron Burgundy, huh? A whale's vagina, which reminds me, Kim Kardashian's here. She's had a lot of black men celebrating her end zone. Kim, word of advice, close your legs. You have more public beef than Kendrick and Drake. Thank you guys. Thank you.
And shout out to Kim Kardashian because she took that like a champ, and I don't know if I could though. And they booed her. So that's what I'm saying. Like when I say again,
but who do you fault? Is it because of you or because of Kanye?
What you mean?
Them booing. Why would you really be booing Kim? I think
because they probably feel like, what the hell are you here for?
Well, we know why she's here because of allegedly her and Tom Brady was whatever a thing.
No, look,
so I think the boos more so come because of Kanye. I don't think they really. But what are they booing Kim for? Because what did she done wrong?
Because you got to think. No. Listen, to what I'm saying. I get what you're saying. I still don't think what she's done wrong. But I think they booed her when she was at the Rams game. Like I think sometimes when people see her at sporting events, besides when she had the Lakers game, like I'm not gonna say that they think she bad luck. Just sometimes like men, dog. Listen again when I played earlier, dog. It's a lot of men who be feeling like women shouldn't be around sports. They don't need to have their opinion. They don't need to be even seen or faced at a sporting event. So people just be feeling some type of way. To me, that's the only thing I can get from that because I still don't like, bro. Kim Kardashian ain't never done nothing to nobody. Like, what she actually done to get booed at a goddamn roasting? Like, what she like? She ain't done nothing to nobody, so she didn't deserve that. Even that joke was kind of like, why do you throw that joke at her? Like, I mean, I get it. They was cooking everybody else in the crowd, but it's like, damn, that was a kind of like a low blow. I kind of fell for it.
And shout outs to Eli Manning because that motherfucker right there, he got one up because he was like, oh yeah, I was asked to be there, but he was like, I didn't want to beat his ass for the third time.
Is he that?
But you can talk. You can talk. No. He the only one that can sit here and say that.
No, he can. Yeah, you absolutely right. He can talk that talk. And again, what I'm saying
is
that
little clip when I think it was like doing a Pro Bowl or whatever. When he put the glasses on, he was like, yeah, I beat Tom Brady twice or whatever. So that's what they used for that whole clip. And I was like, you can talk that talk. That's the fucked up part.
Yeah, I ain't mad at Eli for that. I mean, shout out to Eli Manning. He and one again, like I said, two people that you kind of got to see their personality a lot after retirement, and you probably just didn't even know that they had a personality. It's Eli Manning and Peyton Manning. Like both of them, I think their personalities have shined way more since retirement before than they were. Whatever. Because man, while we talking about Netflix, Katt Williams did put out a Netflix special. He had one that was live as well. His was on Saturday. Tom Brady was on Sunday. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The Katt Williams joint was like. It had its moments where it was funny.
Was it worse than the Chris Rock? Chris Rock was the first one, right?
I can't remember.
I think that was the first one that was live.
I'm trying to remember like which one was more funnier. Neither one of them was funnier than the Dave Chappelle joint. I feel like Katt Williams had his moments. I feel like the same way Chris Rock had their moments. Like neither one of them joints was like OD funny all the way through. Like Katt Williams had his moment, and he was kind of like, to me, it was like I think he was almost. It seemed like
was it funnier than what's the name last one? Donnell Rollins. I think that was the last one I think I watched. That was funny because it was somebody else.
No.
Yeah,
it wasn't funnier than Donnell Rollins. It wasn't funnier than Earthquake. Those were the last two that I watched recently.
Rollins was the last one I watched.
It wasn't funnier than even one. It wasn't funnier than Donnell Rollins, or it wasn't funnier than Earthquake. But like Katt had his moments, but I almost felt like damn, he was chasing that Shannon Sharp moment. Like, just because he was even like, I never seen somebody like he was doing his special and he was uploading like pictures of people and he was kind of like roasting them. Like he was just talking about like current topics and stuff like that and just making jokes about them. Like, and like I said, it's not bad. Like he had his moments. Like some of them jokes was funny as hell, and then some of them it kind of like they missed. Like the ones that missed, they missed bad. Kind of like, all right, dog. How much more time I got? And the ones that hit was hilarious.
So that's my question. I mean, because even if we look back, like Katt Williams, even his specials, the ones that we do love, was it funny the whole way through, or he just had those funny moments?
I mean, I don't necessarily know because I mean, if you're judging it just off of Katt Williams funny, then I guess cool. But I'm judging it off of just like
the green, the one with the leprechaun,
with the leprechaun. Of course, that's probably his. And we talking about like this was albums. We talking about that's his classic. Everybody know that. I don't really remember the jokes, but I remember that special,
one,
and we all know that one was funny as hell.
The white and black on, like the little bow tie and the vest on. I think that was the other one that was funny too. But I'm just saying he didn't had a couple of them joints now, and I'm just kind of, is he still that where I'm laughing the whole time, or it's just like, all right, you got your little jokes here and there, but
yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily, I don't know, and I don't necessarily, I don't know if I guess sometimes to me, I was thinking even while I'm watching it, and I'm just listening to what the audience was laughing at, and maybe some of the jokes that I wasn't, and I'm talking like the audience was like dying laughing at some of them jokes that I wasn't laughing. I'm like, damn, I wonder sometimes like, as long as your audience, especially if you're doing it live and they laughing, and maybe if your audience is a little bit older, so some of those jokes may just hit harder than them. I was like, damn. So that's why I didn't want to I didn't want to trash it. Like if you haven't seen it, watch it, and you tell me what you think about it. Like if you think it's funny or not. And I'm just even talking to the audience, I don't necessarily know. But when I was watching it, it was just like it had its moments where it was like, all right, and then he had his moments like where I was laughing, like, okay, this is hilarious.
So, all right, I mean, I know they're not in the same reign, but the Kevin Hart. His last couple of like, do you find him more funny in the movies or his stand-ups? Because I feel like the last couple of stand-ups ain't been.
I feel like Kevin Hart be just in a bunch of corny movies, but I do. But he I think even with his stand-up, it'd be like hit or miss. None of his classic is all right. Yeah, he don't got nothing. He has not yet put out nothing funnier than that. But that's what. But the thing you got to give him credit is I feel like as a comedian, as long as you got one of them under your belt, it kind of give you room because people gonna always give you that opportunity to be like. It's just like a rapper. If they ever put out a classic album or a classic mixtape to you, people gonna always kind of go back to be like, all right, I'm gonna give him a chance because he got it right once, so you can feel like maybe he can get it right again.
But then that's why I questioned even before when we was even talking about the whole numbers. It's just like if your fan is still going to support you regardless if they're not that as funny, but if you still putting out the numbers, it's just like how many times we done seen Katt Williams is on tour damn near every year
for sure.
It's like,
and Kevin Hart,
but are they that funny? That's my only thing. It's just like,
but let's just say for some people, I think but just because, especially in the black community, some comedians. They're like when they come to people's city, it's a date night. So I don't even necessarily know if you gotta be that funny where it's not, because like for Kevin Hart, let's be real, for Kevin Hart and for Katt Williams, for Mike Epps, like especially those three to me, you know for a fact that it's a date night. You kind of know the audience what's gonna be. I feel like no,
hold up. Now did you say that? And that's a perfect atmosphere. My question to you, is it a better date night when it's at a comedy club situation than it is at a seeing them perform?
I never been to a comedy club before, so I seen both. I seen all. Well, I ain't never seen Kevin Hart live.
Cause see, that's the first time I seen Mike Epps was at a comedy club.
So I seen Mike Epps. I seen Mike Epps and I seen Katt Williams both at Constitution Hall.
Yeah, and see, my first time.
And so for people who don't know, Constitution Hall and that whole maybe like I believe was it 5,000. I think it's 5,000. I think a whole 5,000. But both of them do like a weekend, so they sell it out twice. So they basically can put 10,000 people in the venue.
But okay, so then I will put that in the same category as the comedy club.
Comedy club only hold like a couple hundred, Marcus.
No, but it's still like a small. It's not as big as an arena.
That's like Constitution Hall is bigger. Constitution Hall is not big as an arena because of course it's 5,000 people, but 5,000 people, dog, is a lot of people seating.
But even
seating 5,000, though, that's a lot.
No, because I'm only saying that because, like I said, the few, like I said, I've seen Kevin Hart a few times at the arena, and it was just like, all right, but the smaller ones, like it was like Steve Harvey and a bunch of them. It was at a small. It was out there. I want to say it might have been Constitution Hall, and I seen it, but I felt like I got my money's worth that, and I'll probably pay more for the Kevin Hart tickets than I did for that. So maybe that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Are you saying like so basically you saying the smaller venue, smaller than the say I guess an arena size. So anything smaller than an arena, it just feels a little bit more intimate. And I think it's just the quality of people, if I'm being honest, because let's just say for like the Mike Epps and for the Katt Williams, it's more of a hood crowd. So that them laughs and people right up on top, y'all right on top of each other, the laughs gonna be a lot more ghetto. Everybody gonna just be like a little bit more extra on it. Where the Kevin Hart, because the ticket prices is going 9 times out of 10 gonna be a little bit more expensive. The arena is way more spread out, so people are a little bit more bourgeoisie, because of course the more you spend out on a ticket, the more you're gonna spend on the outfit. Like when we talking about like a date night, we even talking about quality of date nights, like I feel like because Kevin Hart will do the arenas or he'll do the stadiums, it's gonna be more a little bit upscale, it's gonna be a little bit more uppity, people gonna be a little bit more snobby compared to if I go to Constitution Hall, it's gonna be hood, it's gonna smell like weed in the goddamn in the lobby section, and people just gonna be in, you gonna kind of be in there on your P's and Q's. You're gonna see a lot of the dope boys, you're gonna see a lot of this, like it's just gonna be one of them type of events where you kind of like you gonna go enjoy yourself, but you kind of know like, nah, this gonna be a hood crowd, but they might be just a lot bit older, so it may be like 50 and younger in there, or even maybe a little bit like 55 and under in there, so it's kind of gonna be a little bit of everything. But so I mean, it's just different. So I do agree with what you're saying, like maybe the atmosphere changes on how hard the jokes hit to you, because when you're in such a big space like Kevin Hart, where you're doing stadiums and you're doing arenas, it's more spread out, so it don't feel as intimate. And somebody trying to deliver a joke in a smaller space, the jokes may hit a little bit harder, because if all it takes is 5 people, like especially if you're at a comedy club and it's only, let's say the comedy club only hold 100 people
out. Yeah.
It only take 10 people to start laughing, and it's gonna feel like, oh, this is the funniest nigga in the world, because there's only 90 other people in here, so it's gonna trickle down. And people always say laughter is contagious, so one person start laughing, everybody gonna start laughing. So yeah, you're right. In a smaller comedy club, I can understand how those jokes can probably hit a lot more, seem a lot more intimate, so it may be a little bit more funnier. And you feel like, and realistically, and the tickets are cheaper, so you feel like you don't even set the bar as high for how you entertain you got to be to feel like you got your money's worth. So I mean, I get it. Like I said, if you haven't seen the Katt Williams John already, and you need something to watch this weekend, Katt Williams is on Netflix, and it is.
You know what it's called?
I think woke folks. I think that's what it's called. Katt Williams Woke Folks. The Upshaws have uploaded season 5 of theirs. I think they're calling it episodes, but it's season 5 of the Upshaws. I don't even know how they
or whatever. Yeah,
parts or something. The way they worded it,
yeah, they changed it up, because at first it was just, I think like the first 2 was just actually seasons and they had episodes, but then now I think it's kind of they did change.
Yeah, but whatever they on, they got some new ones on. So what it's basically season 5. They on season 5 of the Upshaws. The Upshaws is one of the funniest shows to me on Netflix. I definitely like that. Mike Epps is hilarious. Wanda Sykes is funny. Oh my God, Wanda Sykes is hilarious.
Did you ever go back and watch the Good Times? You finished the Good Times?
I didn't. I think the last one I ended up falling asleep on it. But to me, I did. I watched most of it. I want to say I got through like 5 episodes, I believe. It was cool. Like it wasn't nothing that, like, if you, again, it's something like to just watch. If you got something you need to watch and you just be like, all right, or you may just want some background noise. Like, it got its moments where it's like the storylines is like, if you actually paying attention, they got some good storylines, and they actually mean something, and they found a cringy, funny way to kind of make it watch it. Like, I mean, I like it. Like, it'd be something like if I was just in the house and I just forgot, like, I need something to watch, I will watch it again. And the reason why I do feel like people should watch and support some of these shows, just for me personally, when sports is over, like when you really got free time to really actually watch stuff, it'd be a little bit different. Like, we all still got to work, people going to the gym or doing whatever the case may be, so trying to cram in a lot of these TV shows and watching whatever you're watching on YouTube or whatever podcast you're listening to, it's a lot, especially when sports is going on. But in the middle, and the reason why I say you still got to figure out ways to support them now, because you don't want none of these shows to be canceled before the summertime, when it ain't no sports and it ain't nothing else really going on, and you one of the people in the house like me, you're gonna need something to watch. So that's why I kind of be like, yeah, support these shows now, because so we can still have something to watch when the summertime and it ain't no sports going on, because I ain't watching no goddamn baseball, and I damn sure ain't watching no tennis. So I'm gonna need these shows to sit here and double back on. So like I said, the Upshaws did drop a new one. Katt Williams got something new. But why? Because I did mention the gym. Shout out to Jim Jones for holding it down like an old head with real live grown man strength. People don't know Jim Jones was on a He was in the airport. It looked like he was landing in Miami, because he was going to Miami because he did have some shows, and I think it was Christy's birthday, and they was celebrating it in Miami. So he was on his way in Miami, and it looked like two older white guys. I don't know what they were saying or how they got into it, but Jim Jones learned them a goddamn lesson. Oh, because the video stopped. Like when the video first come on, you literally see Jim Jones. He in front of them. So he reached up and pulled this dude literally by his pants and literally slam him, like literally took his pants like on one swoop. Like he literally did. This was like that grown man. Like y'all see Jim Jones doing all that calisthenics, push-ups and pull-ups. You can tell it paid off in this moment right here because this nigga literally in one scoop grabbed him by the back of his pants, boom, and slammed him over like he was literally slamming a kid. And this was another grown man. He manhandled him. And Jim was eating them punches. Like he ain't even literally punch. Jim Jones did not swing and punch neither one of these dudes the whole time. He literally was on his security guard, like, nah, keep your hands to yourself. Boom, slam him on his head. Literally, I'm talking, he split this dude whole entire head on this escalator. Shout out to Jim.
What was the old man at? Because that's why.
So the old man must have been in front of them, and then of course, like when Jim Jones slammed the dude over, and let's say if the old man was like let's say he was on the next step. Because let's be clear, I'm sure
was a casualty. He was a
casualty. He was a casualty at war. But I'm sure most of y'all, if y'all ever have, I'm sure all of us have been on the escalator before.
One side is the walk down, one side is the move.
Yeah, but then sometimes, let's be real, sometimes them escalators, them Jones be a little bit rocky. Them Jones be scary. Like I be walking down them Jones fast. I'm not waiting for the escalator to actually take me down. So I can imagine how easily it is for somebody to fall off an escalator. So if that dude, all it takes is one bump. Somebody bump you the wrong way on the escalator, it's Rap City in the basement for you, dog. And that's what happened.
I was just trying to figure out where he was at because at first I'm like, was he down at the bottom and then they just came down?
Yeah, no, I think he probably was already on the escalator.
He definitely caught a straight.
Oh yeah, he definitely caught a casualty at war. But shout out to Jim. And then two reasons why I say if you are a grown man and you watching this, of course y'all know I'm not one of those people to tell you to go to the gym to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger and The Rock. I'm telling you, for your health purposes and for as an older man, you still want to be able to defend yourself as a man. Because that case, like even when I'm watching the smaller guy try to hit Jim Jones, it looked like somebody kid. Like if you and your kids is play fighting and one of them get on and you beating up one of the smaller kids, and then the bigger brother or the little brother get on top of you and just start hitting you, trying to get them off. Like that's literally what it looked like. Like this man was just like giving Jim Jones like love taps on his back. I'm like, bro,
he was more aggressive with the cops than he was with Jim Jones.
Oh, both, because they was embarrassed because you wanted them to lock Jim Jones up. And then, of course, from that conversation, it was people like Whack 100, dog. And you know what's so crazy? I believe Whack 100, I believe this is his wife or his girlfriend. I want to say it maybe his wife. And she followed me on Instagram. So I'd be kind of letting a lot of Whack 100 content that I could use. I'd be letting it scroll. I'd be like, all right, cool. And that's even why I'd be like, with Rick Ross sometimes, I'd be like, but Rick Ross be leaving it right there at the rim for me. But just because I personally, like, we got a mutual fucking friend, I be letting Rick Ross slide with a lot because Rick Ross is easy content for me. I swear to God, Rick Ross is so easy. And he be leaving it at the rim for me to fucking dunk it. But I be like, cool, you got it, dog. But anyway, Whack 100 sit here and said did basically was calling Jim Jones a snitch because in that scenario was coming down. And as soon as the police and you hear Jim Jones loud, like, nah, you see them, they attack me. So they was trying to sit here and say
you didn't see him throw a punch. And looking at the video, I don't think he.
No, Jim Jones. Yeah, he didn't. He ain't punching. He didn't. No.
That's why I said I was so confused at that video. It's just like, where did it even escalate? Or how did it even get to that whole? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can get it. Somebody cut it in front of you, but I'm just like, where did y'all get where it's like, all right, we about to sit here and tussle on the escalate?
I don't necessarily know. Obviously, it had to be something. The argument had to be for people to pull out their phone and start recording where they really literally caught Jim Jones slamming the dude on his head. That's when it started. I don't know what the argument was because I mean, sure, we all have been on baggage claims, so I don't necessarily know like going down how it went or whatever the case may be. But I'm not mad at Jim Jones because like I seen somebody say like, dog, Jim Jones ain't rich enough to fly private jet all the time, so he cannot get a no fly because if you get in, let's be clear for people who are not familiar, if you get in a fight or you get locked up or kicked off on off of a plane, they put you on a no fly list. You cannot fly out of no airport or on no plane, period. It's a dub for you. You can't go nowhere. So you have to be on your John Madden shit, rest in peace, and you have to be on your DJ Khaled getting in a tour bus and driving from city to city. Nobody's trying to do that, dog. Especially for somebody like Jim Jones that go back and forth from New York to Miami all the time. So I'm not mad at him sounding like, dog, I didn't do nothing. Like, come on, like, you ain't trying to get locked up in no god. Hell no, that's a federal offense. That is a federal charge. You will literally be on a no-fly list. Jim Jones still get booked a lot. He still do a lot of shows. He still do a lot of hostings. Like, dog, ain't nobody sitting here. I'm not mad at him. Of course, like sometimes Whack 100 just be corny, dog. He be having his moments. He just be wanting to like do certain things. And him and Jim Jones been had like some little beef behind the whole little 6ix9ine thing. So I don't necessarily know what I know that they don't like each other. So anytime I'm sure that Whack 100 feel like he can call Jim Jones out on something, he gonna do it. But like I said, shout out to Jim Jones. If you are a man, go watch that video. You gotta go see how I would recommend like just imagine if you just as fragile as the man that was trying to hit him and you can't defend yourself. Like that space is very small. So for you to be able to move and maneuver and really manhandle another grown man in that space and keep your balance and all that, though, if you ain't got no other reason to sit here and wake up and do, or before bed, do 50 push-ups. I ain't saying you gotta go get a gym membership, but drop down and give yourself 50. Word to Drake. Like drop down and give me 50. No Diddy. Like get your push-ups and get your situation together. Because I swear to God, we all gonna need it. We can get ready to go on the flow, Millie.